Okay guys, we're here at the waterfall. So basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to go up on top. I found a way to get in there. It's fenced in around the outside, but I found a way that there's like a little line, like a path running down one side of the fence line. So we're going to go down onto the top, or I'll show you around. So basically we're at this waterfall. It actually rained yesterday. I thought there would be water coming out of it today, but obviously there ain't. And it just tells you, it's, you know, the watershed is gone. That's what they actually put all this in here to protect it. So at one time, you know, for probably a million years, there was a creek up there that dug all this out. That's how this was created. And now it's just fed by rainwater. So the drainage off the streets, plus I noticed there's a lot of plastic piping running down in here. There's actually up on top of there's some houses, but I noticed they have pipes. They've ran some of their crap down here too that's drained out. Because when I was here a couple days ago, I heard water moving through here a little bit, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, but it's coming from the drains, something being drained off those houses up there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up top, and kids have been playing down here for hundreds of years. Actually, about 2 miles down the road, there's one of the oldest, it's basically the oldest house and basically Central Ohio. It dates all the way back to the early 1700s, like a rock home, but it's only like 2 miles down the road. And like I was telling you, I have these real old books at the house, and there's a picture of this, and it shows a bunch of people standing up top like they were picnicking. But I had never been up top, but when I went up there, it's just a creek bed. Well, it's old. I mean, it's pretty wild looking. I'll show it to you when we get up there. So basically that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go up there and we're going to metal detect the hillside. On the one side there's no rock. I bought some tools because I'm going to do the cracks down through. There's like a lot of cracks I think could have caught old coins. And the main road, there was an old bridge there too. So we'll come back and do that because I had ordered the tools that I need to do it, but I'm not going to get them until tomorrow in the mail. So we'll start with the hillside. I mean, we'll probably be here a few times because it'll take a lot to get through because it's pretty big. And I'd like to come down here eventually in the summertime. I can't do it now. The only thing that's bad about it, they put this walkway in here and there's like signs. They're gone now. I don't know if someone tore them down, but there used to be signs back here that said you couldn't get off the walkway. But I actually want to come down through here and walk through here because I think there's going to be a lot of coins in here. And you can see the water's pretty shallow, but it's freezing cold. I mean, it's not, I think it's going to warm up today into the 50s, but there's no way I'm going to go in that water. I mean, but we could come in here in the summertime when it's down like this, and we could get in there and metal detect. I think we'll find a lot of coins, unless someone had already done it. I mean, it's possible that people have been here and already done it, but I mean, it's a pretty big area. But it is possible that other people have treasure hunted it. That we'll find out when we get up there, because a guy I work with said even when he was a kid, they used to play down in here. That's before they put the fence in and this walkway down in here. And he said they used to play all over it. So, and I guess they put that up there. There's actually a couple of areas where you can walk out on it from the road up here. And I guess people fell in here and got hurt. And, you know, maybe that's why they were so protective of it. I see something moving around down there. See how the water's moving? There must be a duck on the other side of that. But see, when I came down here, there's actually a log right here. I just climbed over this and climbed down, but right now I'm not gonna, I thought about starting the video down there, but it's real slick. So if you look, you can tell it's all icy right now because it's cold. But that's what we're gonna do today. We'll start up there and go down the hillside, and I'll mess around, you know, in those cracks. But I didn't bring the tools to get them. I had to buy these special picks and stuff to get in there because I can't break it because it's rock. So basically, if there's coins in the cracks, we'll just have to pick them out. And that's why I bought some tools so we can get them out without damaging them real bad. So, but I'll get back to you guys as soon as we get on to well, I'll probably get back to you when we get up there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because I actually wasn't planning on making the video today, but the place that I was headed to, there wasn't no one there, so I decided to come down here. So I actually had another short video I was gonna put up to show you guys up there. But I'll turn the camera back on when we get up top. Okay guys, we're up top. So this is what it looks like. I mean, you can tell, you know, when the creek ran through here, you know, for millions of years, it cut this whole side out over here. But then on this side, it's just dirt. So what we're going to do today is we're going to detect this hillside, and it's a lot. It's a lot, trust me. There's a tunnel. The main road is a ways down, but I noticed there is some areas that I might not be able to detect because it's like heavy overgrowth. There's like some overgrowth areas, but like I said, kids played down in here for like 200 years, and I have those photos, and to me it looked like they were picnicking up here. So I don't know. I'm sure that this hillside's been here for a while, but I don't know if there was flat ground up here. They might even had picnic tables up here at one time. Then, like I said, we'll come back, and I might swing through here a little bit just to check it. But a lot of these cracks, there's no way I have any way of getting anything out of them with the tools I have right now. But I did order some tools to help me pull the coins out. So then we'll come back on a different day, because it'll probably take us a while. I mean, I'm sure we'll come back a lot if we're finding stuff, but we'll definitely be back and go through these cracks, because the cracks, and at the end, there's a tunnel down there in the bridge, but there used to be an old bridge there too. So then that means people would have been throwing coins off it, and then they would have washed down in here. But it's just weird. But then to think about it, maybe, you know, they went through and put that walkway. Maybe this other side was really heavy overgrowth, and maybe people couldn't get down in there. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why those photos are showing people up top. So I think people would have been able to get up here easily, but there's no way you could have got down there. The only access to down there would be from the river. So you'd have to come in from the river and walk up this creek, because, you know, they built stuff to get down in there. There's no way you could have got down there. You couldn't have climbed. I mean, even a professional person, I don't think, could have climbed down there. I mean, I wouldn't do it. You'd have to be stupid. You know what I mean? So before, people couldn't have went down in there. So they would have been up here throwing their coins off, their old coins down in there, their rings or whatever. So we'll just have to come back in the summertime and go up this creek. You know, because I think it just rained yesterday and there's no water whatsoever. Actually, it's drier today than it was when I was down here a couple days ago, because where my detector's set, and there was water in there the last time I was here. And it rained pretty good yesterday. So it must take a lot for it to come down through here. But they're constantly developing over here. So maybe they've developed a new housing development that's blocked the waterways or whatever, and that's why the water's down there. But I've been here and seen water coming over this, quite a bit of water. So maybe we have to have a lot of rain. But I'll get back to you guys as soon as we get onto a good signal, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down along this hillside and metal detect. And hopefully we can come, especially right there, you can see that old tree. I'll probably hit it first. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto a real good signal. Okay, guys, it's a pretty good sign, because what I did is I just turned the detector on, and there's like a little gravel area over here, and I pulled a coin out right off. So as soon as I turned it on, it went off, and you can see where I had to dig a little bit, and there was a coin down there. So that's a good sign that there's gonna be coins all down through here, like over at that zoo. I'll put a link to the zoo. I think I have a playlist, so you guys can go over and check that out too, because then you'll see what I'm talking about. But there's like cracks all the way through, and a lot of them's like this. But I'm not gonna mess with it today, because like I really don't want to do that. So how I broke that rock out of there, I don't want to have to do that. So I want to be able to pick it out with these tools I bought, because this is all rock. This ain't like flint stuff like that other place. So basically we're gonna go, like I said, I just turned the detector on. I'm curious, and right off the bat we pulled a coin. I mean, it's just a modern memorial, but it's not, I'm sure it's an older one from the 70s, but I was hoping maybe it was gonna be an Indian head. But I'll get back to you guys. So we're gonna just go right up in here and start metal detecting right in here. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto a good signal. Yeah, guys, I'm super excited. But I went down the creek bed just a little bit, because I told you what I was gonna do. I was gonna do on the land. But when I was down there, man, there's signals everywhere. I mean, unreal. Then I come up here and I kind of walk down this path, and the first signal, and we got us a wheat penny. And it's green as could be. I'm sure it's old. I mean, I don't know what year it is. I got high hopes. And there's a lot to metal detect here. Yeah, I can't see what year it is. Well, it's a wheat penny for sure. But like I said, it's unreal, the signals down there. It's almost reminds me of the first time I went to the zoo. But it took me a lot not to get into it. So I'm gonna go back to doing this land, and we just started. That's the first signal. I just walked in here, first signal was a wheat penny. So that's a good sign. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto another one. So guys, I just pulled that wheat penny right here, and I stood up and swung my metal detector, and I got a real hard reading, a banging signal. I moved the grass, I moved the leaves over, and look what we got. We got some mercury dime just laying on the ground. It's literally laying right on the ground. Ain't that unreal? Oh man. I mean, it's pretty wore, but it's old. It's honestly, it's a 1917 mercury dime, but it was literally laying on the ground. It was laying this side up. It's just laying right underneath the leaves. So that's telling you, man. I mean, I don't know. It could have been, this area could have been real overgrown. Maybe no one got in here. I just don't think anybody's metal detected it, because it's unreal, all the signals in the creek bed. And we got us a 1917 mercury dime. It's just unreal. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto another one. Okay guys, we're still like in the same spot. So we're like I just dug that wheat penny there. I found that mercury dime where my other foot's at. Then I come over here and I got another signal. Yeah, I got a feeling that we're gonna have a lot of luck here. And most of it was from that old book, because I've been here before. I never even thought about coming up here and detect. Actually, that coin's laying around the ground. See it? I mean, it's literally just laying right on the ground. Another wheat penny. So we're having like killer luck. So all we found one regular penny in that creek bed, and so far we found 2 wheat pennies and a 1917 mercury dime. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto another one. Okay guys, I'm onto a signal. But the reason it is because underneath it, so you have roots, then you have rocks under the bottom. That's why the coins are basically practically laying on the ground. But there's basically, there's no way for the coin to sink down because there's rocks underneath it, and the top part's just full of roots. Not saying this is a coin, but I've been finding coins. I've only found 1 silver so far. See how it's all roots, but underneath is rocks. That's a bullet casing. That's like the second one. It's just a little 22 casing. There it is. That's what we were getting. You know what I'm saying? So I just found that 22 casing. Now I got a coin. Maybe it's a silver one. I think it might be. I mean, it's shiny looking, but like I said, they're practically sitting on the ground. Here, let me take my glove off. Nah, it's a 2016. But I mean, it looks like silver. But that was that hard signal. Let's check it again. But that's like the second 22 shell I found. But it's like a leaf. I mean, when I first got here, I was down there. That's where I found that silver and those wheats. I've been working my way down through here, and I found coins and junk. But like I said, I've only found that 1 silver. As soon as I found that silver, man, I thought it was on. And we're right by that big tree. So I've been around it a couple times now, and I haven't found any old coins. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto something. Okay guys, I'm onto a signal, but there's a giant rock here. I'm hoping maybe someone sat here 200 years ago and dropped their change. But I have to be careful because, like I said, these coins are laying around on top of the ground, so I can kick it with my foot and move it. But see, it's like, it's just packed, like it's roots, that underneath the roots are rocks. So there's basically nowhere for the coin to go. I mean, I don't know if this is a coin, but I hope it is. See, that's a coin, see it? Come on, 200-year-old. It's a Lincoln. Let's see if it's a Wheatie. That's a memorial penny. Yeah, that sucks. Let's see if there's some more. That was it, guys. I'll get back to you on the next one. Okay, guys, so the section that I've been working on is basically the only section on the ground. There's another section down there where there's a tree in the middle, and I want to save that for when we come back because most of it's the same thing. There's cracks around it, and I'm gonna have a hard time getting in there. So I'm basically, what I'm doing now is I started where I left off, where that big rock is, and I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna grid my way out of here because this is basically the only place I've been finding stuff. Then I got up here and I was going a little higher on the hillside, and I got this good read, and it looks like I got an old spoon. The reason I turned the camera on because I think it might be silver. I mean, it's old. Look how old it is. It's not like a new crack thing or drug addict spoon or something. But you can see what I'm talking about. It might be silver. I'll have to check it out, but I think it's silver. If it is, I've never even found a silver spoon. I've found a lot of spoons, but I've never found a silver. I don't know. I can't really tell, but I can tell how old it is. Look how old it is. But maybe it's like silver coated or something. I don't know. Still a pretty good find. And I'm like, the rock's right behind me. I just didn't go up this far on the hillside because you can't really go up on the hillside because basically all it is rock. So the trees are actually, there's no dirt, it's just rock. So the trees are actually pushing their way out of the rock is what it is. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on something else. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it a day. I had to move down, basically down river a little bit because it's so noisy down there where I was at. There was no way I could make this wrap up video. But basically where we're at now, we're just a little further down the river. But look how beautiful it is. It's warm enough. I could kayak if I wanted to, because there's a dock down there and you can get in the water without getting wet. I mean, I've only seen, I think if I would come down here and see a lot of people kayaking, I'd probably maybe come out next weekend, but I don't want to be the only one in there. Look like a dumbass. So this is what we found. I wanted to show you guys these beer caps, the top of these beer cans. Well, you can tell these are like from probably the 50s to the 60s, but these here are the older ones. That's where they actually had to use a can opener to open their beer. See how it is? And we found some change. This is just clad. I thought that dime was gonna be silver, but it isn't. I think we found more of these. I might have dropped a few because I was finding a lot of these little 22 shells. Then we found 4 wheat pennies, and I think this was the first one that I found, and it's actually a 1921 wheat penny, but I'm pretty sure this is it because it was green as can be when I pulled it out. Then I found this. I don't know what this is. I thought this was something silver, but I think it's just some junk, like junk jewelry or something. And of course we found this 1917 Merc dime. It just got me because we found this like right off. I found that wheat penny, then I found this. This was practically laying on the ground. It was upside down like it's just laying under some leaves. Then I flipped it over, but you can tell it's pretty wore. So that means it was carried for a long time. So it might have been dropped. Nah, this might have been dropped like in the 30s. Just wore out of this. But I was tickled to death to found it. But I thought, as soon as I found them, I thought we was on a honey hole. Then basically I pounded every inch of that. I actually went over everything like 3 or 4 times. And I didn't even want to leave. I kept going back over the area where we found that Merc diamond. I just couldn't come across anything else. So obviously it had been metal detected. They just missed it. I think they might have missed it because there was a lot of brush in there, and maybe they couldn't get in there with a metal detector. And we did find this spoon. I'm still not for sure. It might be like silver coated or something. I don't know though, really. I mean, you can tell it's old as can be. I mean, it's possible. There's some writing on it right here. I can't see it though. I mean, if you guys can read it, you'll know if it's sterling silver. I'll check it when I get home. But I hope you guys enjoyed this hunt, because I had a good time. I just was after it, man. I thought we was on a honey hole. And I did swing down in that creek bed, and there's a lot of signals in there. So when I get those tools, all they are is like little pick things, so I can pick down in the cracks, because you can't really do anything in that rock. And if you take your shovel, your hand digger, I mean, I could take my Motley hand digger and go down there, and more than likely I would just tear the coins all up. So I need something thinner to where I can just, they're like picks. You guys will see them when we come back, because I'm not for sure if it's nice out next weekend. We're going to be at that new permission at that 1892 house. I'm supposed to call them before I head out. So if I know it's going to be nice, we'll probably be there next Saturday. And I'm not for sure, because I have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I might end up having to work next Sunday too. But if not, we'll try to go back by, because I was actually coming over here to go to a different place, and there wasn't no one home. So we'll probably on Sunday, if I don't have to work, we'll probably go by there. And if it's the same thing, if no one's there, then we'll probably go over here and do that creek bed. And I think we'll find something in that creek bed. I just need to go through it, go through all those cracks. But there was a lot of signals. There was something in here that I did find. Always wear gloves. Actually, that was a piece of glass, just stuck me in a finger. This thing here I found down in there, I don't know what it is, but I found this in one of those cracks. So I found that 1 penny, then I found this, and it was like laying in there. I thought it was gonna be like a silver dollar or something, but I don't even know what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.